Hard.
Yeah, that was
Hard.
that was pretty freaking hard.
Yeah.
Literally a rap song with metal.
It's like white rap.
Undertone. Yeah,
Like
pretty
white
much.
rap.
Yeah, pretty much. The J-Bud Show, episode number 56. Welcome back. We're here. Finally, Rage Against the Machine.
One of the most highly anticipated
Videos ever.
musical works in our entire history.
Yeah, I don't know about history. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like out of breath right now. I'm like hyped. You know, I'm hyped to listen to this. It's been forever in the making. Even since the metal marathon, we've been waiting to do this one.
Yeah. We've been edging Steve on this for
Yeah. Speaking of Steve, he's the call-in we'll get to in 1 minute. Before that, I think we got to do some yapping. Like, what do you know about Rage Against the Machine so far?
Rage Against the Machine, just one of the names you hear.
Yeah, I've heard them.
I
Their
know
name a
it's
bunch.
I know it's political.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be, for lack of a better term, Facebook you.
Yep, that's good. Good analogy.
I've heard some of the J-Bud Nation members kind of classify it as new metal, not new metal.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to ask our
Our
brother
boy.
Steve to clarify that because he's the wizard
Yeah.
on this.
I don't know if I've heard any tracks by them. I'm kind of just saving it for the album. So if I hear something I know, I'll tell you guys. But I haven't checked. I don't want to know. I want to go in kind of blind for this call-in, of course.
Yeah, we're
But-
going in raw.
Yeah, going in absolutely raw. But speaking of Steve, let's hop into our call-in. The J-Bud call-in. Have no clue what number this is, but we're here with Steve, a returning call-in member. He was on for Green Day and Weezer, and now he's finally on for Rage Against the Machine, the album he originally wanted. This is highly anticipated here.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
How long?
the most anticipated one.
I think we talked in November about doing this. Oh, we'll get to it by the end of November. And
Yeah.
here we are. What is it, March?
Yeah, March 2nd now.
Got there.
Huge band.
Huge band. Huge band. Four-person band formed in 1991 in Los Angeles. You got Zach De La Roca on vocals, guitarist Tom Morello, bassist and backing vocalist Tom Comerford, and drummer Brad Wilk. Released this album late 1992, so November 6, 1992. And it was just a little bit different. It took heavy metal with rap music, which wasn't unheard of, but wasn't common, but then added some punk and a lot of funk, and that is really what you got musically with Rage Against the Machine. Lyrically, you get a lot of anti-authoritarian, anti-capitalist, anti-corruption type of lyrics. So very politically in-your-face type of band.
That was like the first thing that everyone commented was how, if you guys want to hear political lyrics, listen to Rage Against the
Yeah.
Machine. That's what everyone was
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, Rage Against the Machine, and they say it in their name. They are not shy about it. Zach, vocalist and lyricist, very in your face and really paints a picture.
See, I've only seen there's 10 songs on the album, so it's not that long. I think that's like the perfect length for an album. 10 to
I
12
think 10
songs.
10 songs is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
And they don't linger too long. They come in, they hit you hard, and then they leave you blown away.
Awesome.
And then it's on to the next song. And then it just does that over and over and over again until the album's over. The album produced 4 singles, Killing in the Name of, or Killing in the Name, which is their first one. I always say Killing in the Name of because that's the lyric. Bullet in the Head, Bombtrack, and Freedom, which is really funny because I think the best song on the album, which is Know Your Enemy, was never released as a single. Fun little fact, in that bridge of that song, when you listen to it, the person who's singing and then gives a nice little scream is Mayor James Keenan of Tool.
Whoa, really?
So yeah, those two bands are connected. They're friends, came up around the same time.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Wow.
I saw them live right before they broke up for the final time.
When was that?
I want to say it was probably 22 or 23.
Oh, wow. Dude, why'd they break up so late in the career?
Well, they broke up and got back together, broke up, got back together a number of times throughout their career. They actually, didn't release too many albums. I think there was like 4 albums. They didn't release a ton of music,
That is
but it was
something I
just
saw.
game-changing what they did release. But yeah, short and sweet and hit hard.
That's what I like when bands they try and focus on just putting out
Quality.
top tier shit instead of just kind of whatever they can to make the most money by
Yeah.
throwing out as many albums as they can.
Yeah.
Very popular
These
nowadays.
guys are a little bit different. They great music you're about to hear. People ask what genre they are, and I think sometimes they're misclassified as nu metal. They came out before nu metal was a thing.
Which was made with corn, right? That's what I always
Yeah,
get a lot of
I
comments
think
about.
I want to say Korn is probably, if not the first, one of the first nu metal bands that was really classified as that. You'll hear some similarities with, the rap and the metal. So like Linkin Park, you're gonna hear some influences from that, or this influenced that.
Oh, okay.
Because this is, like I said, early 90s when this came out. A couple years back, they got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was nice. Pretty big influence on music overall. Couple interesting facts about them. When they broke up, the band formed another band, and that band had the lead singer singer of Chris Cornell from Soundgarden.
What?
Oh, yes.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, I totally
Audio
forgot.
Slave.
Audio Slave. Yeah.
Audio Slave. That Audio Slave is Rage Against the Machine minus Zach plus Chris Cornell. Another time they broke up, it was Rage Against the Machine minus Zach plus 2 members of Public Enemy and 1 member of Cypress Hill. Rap groups, if you don't know who those people are.
I've heard of
80s
Public
to
Enemy
90s.
before.
Like I've heard of
Yeah,
them.
and Cypress Hill is a lot of political type of stuff as well from like the 80s into 90s. So maybe they are pretty famous in their own rights for a lot of stuff. This music is hard and aggressive. When it hits you, it hits you. The riffs are amazing. They will get stuck in your head. The lyrics are strong. Sometimes they're very short and sweet, but you get the message. Whenever you hear it, like a unique sound that's being played, it's probably Tom Morello doing something funky with the guitar. He makes a lot of unique sounds with the instrument that aren't traditional. So it's just those guys playing whenever you hear something that sounds different. They are epic in concert. I hope they tour again and get together.
One last ride.
I'd go anywhere to see it. I never saw a band physically just drop their instruments and take a break mid-set and like sit down and catch their breath before going after it again. That
That's
tells
crazy.
you the energy that those guys are trying to put out. Yeah.
Like they literally just stopped the show,
For real,
sat down,
yeah.
drank some water.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Plop down. It was kind of funny. Like, what the heck is this? And it happened
Yeah.
a couple times, but they gave it, and they were so very, very good. That's pretty much what you get with Rage Against the Machine. I think you're really, really gonna like it.
All right, we're gonna go listen right now. We're just gonna go listen
Yeah, literally
and
right now.
enjoy. So
Lucky
thank you,
you.
Steve.
Thank you.
Great call-in as usual. If you guys do want to join the call-in tier, it's on our Patreon down in the description. You guys can come on and talk about your favorite album if we're listening to it, of course. Pretty easy to get on as long as you're a first timer.
All right.
Hop back into
Thank
the
you.
video. Thank you, Steve. We're back. We're ready to
Steve-
listen.
Steve the Goat.
Yeah.
He's like the
Great calling.
He's like the wizard of the J-Bud Show. He's
Yeah.
like, older than us, but not too old.
He grew up during this time, so he knows
he's like
firsthand
he's
experience.
like the sensei.
It's just about time to listen to Rage, okay? I think it's just without yapping much longer.
Yeah.
At this point, we're like just, like when you slap the dick on the clit, it's like,
Yeah. Like, stop teasing me. Stop teasing me.
yeah,
He's, like,
that's
slapping it.
That terminology on this show right now. We got to keep it kid friendly.
No.
No.
This
We
is
got to
Ra- this
keep
is
it.
Rage
yeah,
Against the
Yeah, this is
Machine.
Rage Against the Machine. Like, slipping it in,
Slapping.
slipping it in, slapping it, rubbing it around. Let's go into track number 1.
Clockwise, counterclockwise.
Bombtrack. Before we hop into this most likely masterpiece, if you guys want to see the full, uncut,
Unmolested.
version of this video, no cuts in music whatsoever, down in the description on our Patreon. Let's finally hop into track number 1. Sorry for the fake out there before, but Bombtrack. Almost scary. We've been waiting forever to listen to this. Right into it. He is literally rapping. It is really like a rap song with traditional metal music. I like that chorus. About to do a guitar solo? Dude, that guitar is very catchy.
Hard.
Yeah, that was
Hard.
that was pretty freaking hard.
Yeah.
Literally a rap song with metal.
It's like white rap.
undertone. Yeah,
Like
pretty
white
much.
rap.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if this guy is white, but
He's
he
white,
might
bro.
be like Latino
He's
or
white, bro.
a little bit of little bit of something in there.
Yeah, I mean,
that was
definitely
crazy.
talking about, kind of being fucking pissed at the system.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, I mean, just it's,
System of Down. Like I like
it's
how
like
that
it's in the name of the fucking band itself, Rage
Yeah.
Against the Machine. Like
that guitar was pretty hard. I love that guitar.
Yeah.
That guitar was perfect. That was awesome.
I
Let me
mean,
get into his lyrics though.
He just wants this guy wants some fucking chaos, burning the whole thing down.
Bombtrack.
It just makes you
Bombtrack.
think people have been pissed off about politics for forever.
Dude, of course.
Of all time.
Of course.
I don't think there's ever going to be a time where people aren't pissed off.
I feel like I've definitely said this before, but 90s is like the rebellion era. Definitely rebellious of some sorts.
Yeah. I mean that's known for fucking
Saying F you.
teenagers
Yeah.
being rebellious and
Yeah.
kind of new styles and stuff.
Instead, I warm my hands upon the flames, of the flag. So they're kind of saying F you to America.
Oh,
I think.
burning the flag.
Yeah. And the businesses that burned us all. See through the news and the views that twist reality. Of course, that's, I think everyone just kind of knows that nowadays, right?
Everyone
Yeah.
agrees that the news
Yeah.
fucks you and lies to you.
Maybe like 80% of businesses probably
But, like-
bad, but
there's small mom and pop
yeah,
businesses.
yeah. Obviously, those
that
ones
are,
are,
that are
like,
good,
fine,
but
are good or good. Actually,
we do get fucked pretty hard by a lot of bigger
Yeah.
businesses.
You gotta also put yourself in the shoes. We can't do it, obviously, but put yourself in the shoes of someone in the 90s. So we can assume that maybe not as many people then know about the corruption of the news and all that stuff. Not as many people. I think it's like a well-known thing, especially people our age, of course.
We don't
I don't know about
like
older
our,
people.
our generation. We don't sit down and watch.
Yeah,
the
nobody
news.
watches the news. I
We-
think not a lot of people in general.
To be honest, I get it through shows I listen to.
But like social media is still bad.
You have to be very
You know?
skeptical of shit.
Yeah, you have to be
'cause
skeptical.
half the
skeptical
time
of
it is
everything.
fake.
It's so much harder to get information back then.
News now is like podcasts
Yeah,
or
yeah.
political talk shows. Like,
Yeah.
that's where I get my info from. Is
Yeah.
like political talk shows and podcasts.
Yeah.
I listen to like a million different kinds.
Yeah.
Of them too.
People.
I think it's
And
interesting.
it's definitely better than watching the huge corporation news that are owned by the people fucking you over.
Yeah.
It's better than that, of course. I think we can all agree on that, hopefully.
Yeah, some of the
Even podcasters are like bought and paid for
yeah,
nowadays. It's
that's-
crazy.
That's what I was saying.
It's crazy. But definitely a line I agree with. I think everyone agrees with. Landlords and power whores on my people. They took turns.
Is he Native American?
I don't know. That's why I don't think he's white, dude. I don't think he's
I don't
white.
know.
Let me just confirm that, of course. I know people are probably already typing
Because like
away.
landlords and power, they took like that. That sounds like a Native American struggle to me.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's white. Yeah, he's definitely not white. He's definitely mixed. It doesn't even matter. but-
Biracial. White-
Okay, here we go.
White and Hispanic.
It doesn't. Mexican American, African, Sephardi, Jewish, German, and Irish descent. Whoa, he's a
Dude, what?
what?
That's like everything.
Yeah, it's like everything. It doesn't matter. Who throw that away? Who cares? Main gist of the song, except for like the chorus part: burn, 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 burn it all down.
Yeah.
You know.
Burn it down.
Let's go to track number 2. Killing in the Name. Ooh, we got a little notification on YouTube. I've never seen this before. The following content may contain unalignment or self-harm topics. Wow. Viewer discretion is advised. So it's age restricted, I think, maybe. Wow. Wow. That was sick.
Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces draw the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of.
Man, that guitar is awesome.
Now you do what they told you. Now you do what they told you. And 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 now you do what they told you. Those who died are justified. But wearing the badge and you're chosen white. You're justified. Those that died, but wearing the badge and you're chosen white.
I know what he's talking about.
Forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of. Now you do what they told you.
This part's really cool.
Now you do what they told you. Now you do what they told you. You're under control. Now you do what they told you. You're under control. And now you do what they told you. You're under control. And now you do what they told you. Those who die are justified. But wearing the bad, take the chosen white. Come on.
That guitar? Yeah, it is. Wow. Wow. That definitely got the video flagged for swearing, of course.
Dude,
wow.
Where was there any talk of unaliving or anything like that?
Yeah, that was no.
That's like a Matrix attack on the song.
Yeah. The machine's trying to take him
The
down over
machine
here.
is taking it down, bro.
In 30 years later, or 40 years later.
No, dude.
30 years
It's
later.
2025.
Yeah, 30 years later. Wow. Still attacking him. What I think he's definitely talking about religion in this song. Maybe. I don't know. It could be, the badge can mean a lot of things. We're wearing the badge. They're the chosen whites. Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally.
Like cops.
Yeah, totally.
White cops thinking they're better than other races.
This is so early for, because you know, the 2020s, of course. We can't, but don't even need to begin about that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
But the 90s.
the summer of 2020, that was that was something.
That was something crazy. But let's put our shoes in the time we didn't exist or were not even concepted yet.
I think there was
1990. This is crazy to hear this type of message on a metal song.
this is like rap.
Yeah, this is literally rap metal, kind of, because he's still doing a little bit of screaming there. I could see how this had a huge shift. It shook the culture a little bit. Probably a blanket statement, but probably most metalheads are white, right? I think that's an easy statement right there, especially in the 90s. And hearing this message, wonder how people felt about it.
I just feel like there was better race relations in the 90s.
Who knows?
Right?
Who
I feel
knows?
like
Who knows?
That's the message I get. That's
Yeah, who
that's
knows?
what I kind of.
Who knows? We can't really say anything because we were born in 2000, so we haven't lived then.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah,
I was
you guys
born,
can comment
I was
about
born
it.
in 03, and I didn't even know what race was until like
A couple years
I don't
ago.
know. Yeah, I mean,
10 years ago.
until you're like in.
So you start grasping
Middle
and making your own
school, high
independence
school.
in life. But hey, tell us in the comments what it was like back in the 90s. I think that's their most popular song, by the way.
Said it was on the 100
Yeah.
best albums too.
They had Taylor Swift. I remember I told you this. They had Taylor Swift in the 100 best albums, bro. Like number 19. Apple Music did. Above The Dark Side of the Moon. Or Wish You Were Here, one of them. It was above a Pink Floyd album. Which, yeah, you don't even want to talk about that. That's disrespectful, if anything, okay? That's a system that you should be erasing. That's the machine right there. Track number 3, Take the Power Back. Is this the song he said it was his favorite song?
I think so.
I think so. Or is it Know Your Enemy? I don't know. Let's go into it, though. Bass is always, in the beginning, apparent, singular. Yeah.
Bring that shit in.
That was sick. He's about to spit.
In the right light, study becomes insight with a system like this stuff teaches us to read and write. So-called facts are fraud. He wants to electric pleasure bounce down until they gone. Damn, here's the plan, motherfucker. Go Sam's, get back. I know who I am. Raised up the ear, drop the style like clear. You are the witness of change and the counter.
This probably firing
We
people
gotta
up.
take the power back. We gotta take the power back. Come on. The press kill them. I put my fist in them. Eurocentric, every last one of them. See right through the red, white, and blue disguise. Lecture a bunch of the structure of life. Sold in our minds and attempted to hold us back. Yeah, you need to check the interior of the system. Who cares about only one culture and that?
That
So
rip
we
is
gotta
sick.
take the power back. We gotta take the power back. Oh, shit.
That is super unique.
Like this. Come on. There. Put it back the other way. Teacher stands in front of the class, but the lesson plan he can't recall. The students' eyes don't perceive the lies bouncing off every fucking wall. Composure is well kept. I guess he fears playing the fool. The place that students sit and listen to that bullshit that he learned in school. Europe ain't my rope to swing on.
Ooh. Slowing it down. Temporarily. I'm guessing.
No more lies. No more lies. No more lies. No more lies. Yeah. Take it back, y'all. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back, y'all. Come on. Yeah.
That was a banger. I like that one. Dude. Yeah, well, that's not what I got from that song. Maybe, well, in the first half, his first verse talking about Uncle Sam, I'll fist him. Definitely anti-America. If you do a little bit of research, you know everything's... We kind of just, we don't want to repeat the same things, but the system, of course, destroys everything. I really liked his line about the school. When he said that, I was like, him talking about, like, the teacher and stuff. Yeah, the students' eyes don't perceive the lies. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Like, literally people, you go to school, you're taught to be a worker while learning a bunch of lies. Maybe not... It's not
I don't
lies.
agree. I don't agree with that 100%.
Yeah, not
but-
lies.
No,
A lot of
that's
lies.
the part I do agree with. I mean,
No,
like,
yeah.
if you just take everything you learn in school at face value, like, that's not the way to go.
I guess we could kind of see what it was like people trying to take back power of some, or just rebel with what happened in 2020. It's like the best scenario that we witnessed in our lifetime of people really rebelling against something. But like, imagine a full-on civil war type of thing. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. You can't even say that, bro. What happened in January?
We might have bleeped that up at
Yeah.
J6.
Yeah. You can't even say that, bro. Like, anything like, bad. What happened in January? Rebellion of some sorts. But same with 2020, summer 2020. But imagine, like he's saying, come on. We, as a people, got to take the power back. Which I don't think would ever happen. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to say that. Not even in like a Democrat versus a Republican way. Like
That's not what red pill and blue pill is.
Yeah. That
Red pill, like,
waking up to see like the real world.
if you take the red pill, you like see the truth. If you take the blue
Yeah,
pill, you live in
yeah.
like a comfortable lie.
That's
That's not
crazy.
Republican or Democrat. Don't want to be accused of that.
yeah. We're the last people to talk about politics, obviously, but it's literally talking about politics. So we have to kind of talk about it.
we wouldn't be talking about it if we weren't doing literally Rage Against the Machine.
But hey,
I gotta take a piss.
that was I like that one a lot. I wanted to say it was my favorite one yet, but I don't think so. I think Killing in the Name of is my favorite so far. Track number 4, Settle for Nothing.
Jail cell is freedom from the pain in my home. Having never seen the color of my father's eyes. Yes, I dwell in hell, but it's a hell that I can grip. I got a 9, a sign, a set, and now I got a name. Read my writing on the wall. No one's here to catch me when I fall. Death is on my side. Suicide.
talking about what he feels inside. Maybe the entire thing, but you know.
Jail cell is freedom from the pain in my home.
Really feel, you can hear the hate in his voice.
Rage, but it's one that I can recognize. Got a 9, a sign, a set, and now I got a name. We are writing on the wall. No one's here to catch me when I fall. We are writing on the wall. Yeah.
Oh. He's really pushing his voice to the limits on this one.
Settle for nothing now, and we'll settle for nothing later. If we don't take action now, we'll settle for nothing later. We'll settle for nothing now, and we'll settle for nothing later. If we don't take action now, we'll settle for nothing later. If we don't take action now, we'll settle for nothing later.
Wow, he was very full of anger on that one.
I mean, like, the first line was, a jail cell is freedom from the pain in my home. So,
That
like,
sucks.
I don't know if he was in jail or not ever.
Actually in
Maybe
jail.
his dad was in jail, because later on he said he never saw the color of his dad's eyes. I'm assuming that means he never met his dad, which is super sad, and you don't want anyone to never meet their dad.
We don't want to wish that upon anyone. I mean, it's a big problem in the world is that a lot of people don't have real fathers. They could have father figures, but it's not their,
yeah, but that's
their
not.
dad.
That's
It's always it's a little different, you know.
I mean, like, I grew up with my dad, but like, I feel like if I had just like a father figure, I would f***ing resent him because like you're not my dad, bro. Like
I think that's a common.
I would hate you.
That's a common thing in the world is that like you have like a father figure, you hate him, and then when you grow up, you're like,
You're
oh,
like, wow, thanks.
wow,
you're
thank you,
awesome, man.
Thank you. So I'm sure that's where a lot of hatred in his life comes from. Is that obviously seeing the system around you kind of just corrupted? And I'm sure
It
if
probably
he was
makes him just
actually-
more and more angry.
Yeah, I'm sure if he was actually in a jail cell, like he actually went to jail, and he just only saw bad things. I mean, he's singing this song that was kind of escape from home, so I wonder if he had home issues at all. I wonder why he's talking about ending himself. Never a good thing to do, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, death is on my side, you know.
A world of violent rage. Something we all probably can agree on is that there's a lot of hate in the world at all times, which will probably never go away. But the thing is, when you think about it, the hate is mostly online.
Yeah,
Especially
it's a lot
nowadays.
of chronically online stuff.
Yeah, if you go into the real world, you're not gonna see haters like you do online.
Yeah.
It's actually insane.
I've never been in public and like seen someone be like, I hate you because you're like
Yeah.
brown.
Yeah.
Or like, I hate you because
Yeah.
you're white. Like,
Obviously, in rare instances that can happen, like
it happens. It happens. But like, I mean, bro, Instagram Reels and Twitter, I
Yeah.
mean, I think that is
terrible.
fucking 95% of it.
Yeah, it is. It's really just terminally online people that have most of the hate in the world, and I mean, it can really blackpill you if you just are online 24/7.
Yeah, if your
and have to
entire
deal with
feed
that.
on everything is just like negativity, that's the system right there. That's the
Yeah.
system feeding you some angry shit.
Yeah, that's the machine nowadays. Is
Social
your phone,
media,
you know,
algorithms,
arguing with people you don't know online for no reason,
which
you
is
know,
just super.
negative face.
Yeah, I mean, it's like two people that don't even know who each other are. They're just like arguing for no reason.
Yeah, imagine this guy growing up now with the same mindset he had back in the 90s. I'm sure it would be.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was during the 90s, so let me not make any things, but I feel like there might be a lot more hatred in the world nowadays. I mean, I can't really say
I
so,
think
but
so.
if you guys could comment and maybe clarify what I'm saying.
I think there is.
Yeah, who knows?
Very divided times.
Yeah, let's just go into the next song, though. Bullet in the Head. So kind of going off of what he was saying in track number 4.
The S word, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe the S word.
So far, this entire album, very hard hitting.
Yeah.
Hits you in the gut.
Heavy hitters.
This time the bullet cold rock ya. A yellow ribbon instead of a swastika. Blasted through your head, blasted through your head. I give a shout out to the living dead. Stood and watched as the feds cool centralized. The sleeping gas every home was like Alcatraz. And motherfuckers lost their minds. Yo, victims of the in-house drive-by. They say jump, you say how high. Yeah. Just victims of the in-house drive-by. They say jump, you say how high. Run it!
Who thinks of that?
Just victims of the in-house drive-by. They say jump, you say how high. Check it out. They load the clip in, partly color, said they packed the 9. They fire it at prime time, leaving all the lies that they're telling ya.
Facts.
Buying all the products that they're selling ya. They say jump and just say how high. Your brain dead, you got a fucking bullet in your head. Just victims of the in-house drive-by. They say jump, you say how high.
This guitarist is crazy, dude. He's really good. Yeah, imagine how many people were brainwashed back then. Wow. Totally reminded me of like a System of a Down type of switch up at the end.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, that was sick. First of all, that switch
I
up.
think that might have been my
sick.
favorite one.
That was your favorite one?
I think so far.
Wow.
Because it was like...
that was intense. This
yeah.
is all very intense.
The messaging was still there, but it wasn't as focused on the messaging as it was like just being hard, I feel like. I mean...
I think it's all messaging.
No,
Like,
I mean,
literally.
it was, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't the same messaging as before. I kind of just put my head down and was just vibing to it.
Well, you just talk about people getting mesmerized and hypnotized by the government, you know?
Yeah.
The people.
That's what I mean. It was kind of just talking about shit that most people agree on instead of like divisive
but
stuff.
The thing is, I was really thinking about it. Imagine him like thinking, imagine all the people that were really, really brainwashed back in the 90s. The news was the thing in the 90s, bro. Imagine how many people believed everything they saw on the news.
Well,
like, we
bro,
think about
also
it
the
now.
90s was not as bad as it is now. It is way...
People know the news is lying now, though.
Yeah.
Back then,
but
bro, it was the main source of information.
10 years ago, like say 2015, they didn't. And it was, I feel like it was just absolutely rampant.
It's crazy. No, I love that switch up then. We're really talking about mostly lyrics here because that's what the main focus, I feel like. The music itself, like the guitaring,
I think this is
perfect.
This song was more Matrix oriented.
I think it's just all.
Let's talk about the Matrix.
I think it's in the title. It's literally self-titled Rage Against the Machine. I think it's just all about the machine. F the machine.
Well, the machine is the
course.
Matrix too.
Yeah. We're halfway through now.
Yeah.
Track number 6, Know Your Enemy.
Yeah, we're coming back in with another bomb track. Then you know it's all of that. Hey, yo, so check this out. Yeah. Know your enemy!
Oh. I'm already feeling this one the most.
War with inside and a
Might be my favorite one.
So you're enemy! Yo, get with this! War is born! Fight the war, fuck the norm! Now I got no patience, so sick of complacent. The T, the E, the F, the I, the A, the N, the C, the E. Mind of a revolutionary, so clear the lane. The finger to the land of the chains. Now action must be taken. We don't need the key, we'll break it. I got no patience.
Who's that? Is that Maynard? That's Maynard. Wow.
You're your enemy!
So unique. Dude, this one's awesome.
Come on! Yes, I know my enemies. They're the teachers who taught me to fight me. Compromise, conformity, assimilation, submission, ignorance, hypocrisy, brutality, the elite, all of which are American dreams. All of which are American dreams. All of which are American dreams. All of which are American dreams.
I am Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message. Dude, he was like a political fucking, like rally at the end.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one,
That
though.
could definitely be played at like a Bernie rally, I feel like.
yeah. Nah, that was my favorite.
Wait. You scroll up and...
That was sick. That was a song where Maynard was on it.
So he's saying compromise, conformity, assimilation, submission, ignorance, hypocrisy, brutality, and the elite, all of which are American dreams. I mean, I don't know anyone that wants to be those things. I mean, that's not my. That I don't want to be that.
Maybe that's what he means by that's who
The elite is.
the elite is. Which, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, the people you think are the elite are not even the elite. Those are the faces of whatever movement that you want to criticize. But, like, the people actually behind it are the people funding it, like the political action committees, the big banks.
Yeah.
You have no idea the people behind them. So
Yeah.
it's like, know your
You know
enemy.
some of them. You know some
You
of them.
don't, though. The main people you don't know. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, I could name two people right off my head, and you would be like, "Oh yeah, totally."
Who?
But I can't say that.
oh, yeah, I mean, we're not, I guess we
Yeah.
won't go into that, but
Can't
it's like,
say that,
know
you know?
your enemy. It's like, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you could say, oh, the system, or you could say, oh, the corruption. When it comes down to it, like, all the bureaucrats in the government and all of the money funding these people, you have no idea who they even are. So it's like, the title of the song is what I agree with the most out of anything. It's like, know your enemy, which is, you know, probably the hardest part in all of this.
Well, he knows what their message is: submission of the American people, right? Who knows? But I
That's
thought
like,
that was my
that's
favorite
like
one.
another video. I mean, this isn't our place to talk about that stuff, honestly.
Yeah. No, that was my favorite one, though. I love the little Maynard fucking cameo there,
Yeah.
too.
But, you
That
know,
was sick.
free the people, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Free everyone. People can disagree about like how to do it and stuff, but I think people on the right and the left kind of.
At the end of the day, we just grew up during a different time.
I know, but I'm saying
No.
that I think people on the right and the left kind of understand what the issue is. They just have different ideas on exactly who it is and how to get there. If people like just would stop trying to kill each other all the time and kind of just talk about it and
There's really no meeting in the middle, depending on what your beliefs are.
yeah, I mean there
Yeah.
is though.
Not really.
There is.
Not really. I could name a few subjects where people will never meet in the middle right fucking now.
I'm not
but-
saying meet in the middle, but like a lot of like these big issues that like politicians run on, it's just like slop that they throw to their bases.
Well, like I just said, that was my favorite one. I don't know how you feel about it.
I like Bullet in the Head.
I think just musically, that was my favorite so far.
I like Bullet
know.
in the Head the best. I like the message of it, like know your enemy. I think
Yeah.
that's the most important message so far.
Yeah. Track number 7, Wake Up. Sounds like Black Sabbath.
Come on! Though you try to discredit, you're still never ready. Believe the rock is ready, radically poetic. Standing with the fury that they had in 66. And like you double a man, slowly deep in the system shit.
Dude, that
Jump inside of it.
riff is insane.
Fist in the air in the land of hypocrisy. Movements come and movements go. Leaders, puppets of police. What? The judges, the feds, networks at work, keeping people calm. You know they went after King when he spoke out on Vietnam. He turned the power to the have-nots, and they came the shot. Yeah. Forward to my mind, I flex. Flip like Wilson. Vocals never lacking that finesse. What do I got to do to wake you up? To shake you up, to break the structure up. It's networks at work, keeping people calm. You know they murdered X. They tried to blame it on Islam. He turned the power to the have-nots. And then came the shot. What was the price on his head? What was the price on his head?
Second or third favorite one so far.
I heard a shot. I think I heard a shot. I think I heard a shot. How long? Not long.
My God.
'Cause what you reap is what you sow.
Damn, dude.
Damn, that one was fucking tough.
Yeah, I think that's my Know Your Enemy and Wake Up are like my top two so far. I love those two ones.
That one was definitely about MLK and
that was
and
crazy.
Malcolm X.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
What
Isn't
maybe
it crazy how many people that got?
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Machine, you could say.
Isn't it crazy how many? How can I say this? Isn't
Like-
it crazy how many people think that the government has
Nothing to do
unalived?
with anything.
They haven't done.
No-
They've never done
nothing-
anything.
They don't have anything
I'm
to
just
do with
kidding.
anything. Two people that changed the course of history as we know it. I wonder who got him. The world may never know, but
Yeah. I think a lot of people know.
yeah. But musically, like, man, that riff is like,
Yeah.
damn. Just imagine how Chris Cornell would sound over that.
Yeah.
Imagine Chris Cornell and these guys together. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
Yeah, we should
What-
we should do a reaction.
What
to,
are they gonna do?
to
What are they
that.
gonna do together? Chris
We
Cornell
should do some Audio Slave. Comment below if we should do some Audio Slave.
got 3 songs left, but that was like damn near one of my favorites so far.
I still like Bullet in the Head, bro. But yeah, I mean that one was pretty fucking direct about what it was talking about.
That's crazy. Yeah, we're on YouTube, so we're not on a free speech platform.
This
so.
isn't Rumble or anything, guys.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Plus, you don't want to hear us talk about it. You want to hear someone who's more informed talk about it.
Yeah.
Dude, we haven't even talked about the album cover.
Looks like a guy getting blasted with cum.
No, you don't know what that is, bro.
Looks like a guy getting blasted with cum.
What, dude? That's what?
It looks like a dude
that's
getting blasted with cum.
You don't know that's an iconic image.
Let me actually look at it. Is that like a Buddhist?
You
Someone did
remember
that
that?
recently too.
Yeah, well, that's recent. But dude, I don't know my fault. I totally forgetting my history lesson on this. But yeah, I wonder if it was during.
It's a bald guy, so I don't know if it's a monk.
I don't know what
Buddhist.
nationality is, of course, but somewhere not in America. Vietnamese Buddhist monk who set himself on fire in 1963.
So I was right.
But you've definitely learned about this in school. I totally remember.
I mean, probably. I know there's been a few people
Oh,
that
it's
have done
terrible.
that. Yeah, definitely wouldn't recommend doing that as a form of protest, but
You probably wouldn't feel so good. Track number 8, Fistful of Steel.
suicide, then you would push the button. But if you're bowing down, then let me do the cutting. Yeah!
Is that?
Full of pale, eyes full of empty. But if you're bowing down, then let me do the cutting.
Jeez.
Holy shite, mate.
Wow.
Fistful of Steel. Just a
Wow.
fistful of fucking steel.
And now I'm starting to get a little bit dizzy from the amount of headbanging I'm doing over here.
Yeah, that's amateur. That's honestly like amateur shit. But they did a breakdown, like an electronic breakdown. Did
Yeah.
you catch that?
No, dude, I'm telling you, so I talked about the lyrics for once. The musical aspect of this entire band is fucking masterful. The guitar, dude, awesome. Really some awesome stuff he's doing here. Like a lot of unique shit that you won't really hear. You always get these bands, they always have their own style. This guy does not do traditional things at all with his
Yeah.
guitaring.
I mean, nothing about this is traditional.
Yeah,
Nothing
not at all.
Nothing about this is
like this album. We haven't heard anything like
Nothing
this
about
before.
this is mainstream at all. No.
This is like more political than
Yeah.
definitely more political than System of
Yeah.
a Down. More straightforward than System
It's
of
the
a
most
Down.
political shit we've ever done.
Yeah, I mean it's like every song is it.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
even the album cover, like we said, is the guy that
Yeah.
lit himself on fire in protest of the U.S. war in Vietnam.
Is that true?
That he lit himself on fire outside the U.S.
Who said that?
That's what you fucking just looked
that's
up.
not. I don't think that's what it is. In protest of something.
You said it was in Vietnam,
I don't know if it was in Vietnam.
bro. That's what you fucking said. Oh, so it wasn't for the Vietnamese War or the U.S. Vietnam War. It was a Buddhist monk. He burned himself to death in Saigon in 1963 in protest of the murder of Buddhists by the regime of the U.S.-backed Prime Minister Ngo Dinh Diem.
Terrible.
It's like all those. It's like the letters.
yeah,
with,
no
yeah.
need of even
Yeah.
trying to pronounce.
Basically, the U.S. Supported regime change or something and killed a bunch of Buddhists. So burned himself alive.
Wow.
But Fistful of Steel.
We only have 2 songs left. Track
Township
number 9.
Rebellion.
Rebel, rebel, and yell. 'Cause people still dwell in hell. How long can we wait? Come on, seeing what's at stake. Action for reaction. If your mind is somewhat complacent, stay get a checkup on the mic. Cause someone just tell the king of the Township Rebellion. Yeah, what about that sucker? Yeah, so you thought you could get with them, alright. To fill your mind, thoughts, battles, fought, and lessons taught. Keeping the mic warm against the norm. Cause what does it offer me? I think often is nothing but a coffin. Gotta get wrecked till I next never swing on a rope from here to the Cape of No Hope. Now freedom must be fundamental in Johannesburg or South Central. On the mic, cause someone should tell them the king of the Township Rebellion. Why stand on a silent platform? Fight the war, fuck the norm. Why stand on a silent platform? Fight the war, fuck the norm. What's it gonna take? Ignorance reigns, life is lost. Lost! Lost! Shackle your mind and you're left on the cross! When ignorance reigns, life is lost! When ignorance reigns, life is lost! Lost! Why stand on a silent platform? Fight the war! Fuck the norm! Why stand on a silent platform? Fight the war! Fuck
That one did have the rebellious little
Yeah. I
spirit
think
in
I'm
there.
getting the message, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting the message, bro.
Wow.
I am getting the message. You're hypnotizing me here.
I know, I'm like being brainwashed.
Yeah. You're really getting your message across, man. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean that
Zach,
very anti-war, which everyone pretty
Zach,
much is, I
jeez.
think. And then against the mainstream, the norm, very big on, encouraging everyone to use their voice and not just stand on a silent platform, as he says.
Zach, I get the message, bro.
Yeah, Zach, you really
You're
really
pounding
are
it to
hammering
pound
it
down.
home.
How long was that song? 5 minutes of really pounding the message.
Can
in my
hammer in
throat.
it, dude. Locked in a cell. I don't know if he's talking about like metaphorically being locked in a cell.
I think in that line it means metaphor.
Yeah, I don't know if he's talking about that or he's talking
Man.
about some people in actual fucking cells.
Get the message, bro. Track number 10, Freedom. Just Freedom.
I feel like this is gonna be a troll.
Longest song in the album.
Because freedom, like he's kind of been saying like America isn't freedom the whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is gonna be a troll.
Listen, bro.
Let's listen.
Final song off of Rage Against the Machine, self-titled. Let's get it.
Come on! Solo. I'm a soloist on a solo list. All live, never on a floppy disk. Some rebellion, drawn up on the thoughts I think. Yeah!
That shit's fucking hard.
Set up like a deck of cards. They're sending us to early grades for all the diamonds. They'll use a pair of clubs to beat the spades. Good brother, did you forget your name? Did you lose it on the wall playing tic-tac-toe? Yo, check the diagonal. 3 brothers gone, come on. Doesn't it make it 3 in a row?
Anger is a gift.
Come on!
A normal guitar solo. Somewhat normal.
Drop that! Yeah! Brother, did you forget your name? Did you lose it on the wall playing tic-tac-toe? Yo!
machine has broke. Machine is broken. Machine has broken.
Yeah, the machine fucking.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Jeez.
the machine
That
broke
was
down right
intense.
there. Yeah,
That was intense.
Rage Against the Machine
That
self-titled.
was freaking intense, dude. No slowing down.
Yeah.
None. None. Zilch. Nothing.
That guy wanted you
Even
to.
even System of a Down slowed down. They didn't.
They kept the energy.
Even Pantera slowed down, and we totally didn't think they would. Jeez.
Zach
He got his message. He hammered the message
he
home.
hammered it home.
He really hammered it.
It was 10 songs of pretty much very similar messaging of just fucking hammering it home. And you know, you got to give it to the guy. Like,
bro, yo, he probably screams freedom while fucking having sex, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he dead ass just, it's on his mind. How's that taste of freedom when he's fucking doing
yeah,
it?
yeah.
How's that taste? Tastes like racism? Something like that. I don't know.
There wasn't like that one song like most
Yeah.
other bands would have where it's like kind of lets up. And
Yeah.
that was just hardcore.
I'm pretty sure we already said all we had to say on the messaging part.
Yeah.
All the machine bars. So we no need to talk
We
about
didn't
that
talk
more.
about the music itself as much. And I thought that was
the best part of
the best part.
fucking album.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Obviously, the messaging part is the iconic part, obviously.
I think the best
But
part.
guys, the music
I
itself
think the best
was just
part of was
fantastic.
the music. Yeah.
It was just fantastic music.
The guitarist. No, I could only imagine Chris Cornell over that.
Yeah, that'd be insane. I mean, Freedom. That last song. Going back to the last song. I wonder if that's top 3. I don't know. Top 3.
You want to do top threes?
Yeah, we'll do a top 3 right now. I already know mine. You want me to say it first?
Yeah, you can go because I don't think ours are gonna be the same.
Number 3, Killin' in the Name. Number 2, Wake Up. Number 1, Know Your Enemy.
Okay.
That's my top 3.
My top 3, I'm gonna go number 3, Fistful of Steel. Number 2, Know Your Enemy, and number 1, Bullet in the Head.
Wow.
I just really like Bullet in the Head. It just kind of
I don't know why you like that one
throughout
so
the whole
much.
time. I just liked it the most for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, that was insane. Our first time hitting Rage Against the Machine. I didn't hear any songs off that album. I thought I would. I mean, I know they're a hugely popular band, but I mean, in my life, maybe I've heard it in my lifetime. I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
You know, but it hasn't been in my playlist, so there's that.
I mean, I've heard of Rage Against the Machine, but I've never
Yeah.
heard any of their music,
Yeah.
and I
was
was
insane.
very pleasantly surprised.
I don't know what we'll do next week. Probably not Rage Against the Machine.
Definitely not Rage Against the Machine next
There's a
week.
few options. I have to put a poll up. The Patreon members decide, but
Yeah.
that's what we'll do next.
But if you're watching this when it comes out,
Yeah.
big things are coming.
Yeah. We'll see. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Steve.
Steve, shout
for
out
having to
Steve.
call in. That was intense.
Yeah,
That's all I could say.
that was intense.
It's 11:30 at night, and we are tired, especially after listening to this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Headbanging.
Wow. We'll see you guys next week, or in a couple days, maybe.